afternoon. It's a great pleasure for me to be here today to present a brief description of our work on social innovation in Brazil. My presentation begins on the national perspective, where continuous programs are creating an environment where social innovations are coming true. Then I introduce the Living Lab Habitat, a specific initiative that's being built with vulnerable people and obtaining impressive results. Let me start in 2003. Oops, what's going on here? Could you please help me? Okay, thank you. Oh, okay, it's okay. Oh, when I try, it doesn't work.
You're using the wrong button. The next button, not the right.
Yes. Okay, let me start in 2003, when the Zero Hunger program was initiated. It was created to combat hunger and its root causes that generate social exclusion. It brought a set of policies which involved the three levels of government: federal, state, and municipal. In the federal level, all the ministries were committed to it, but in 2004, a special ministry was created to take care of all the actions involved, the Ministry of Social Development and Fight Against Hunger, which is in charge of it until now. One single graph, this one, is powerful enough to show you the results obtained. We can see clearly that Class C enlarged, going from 65.8 million people in 2003 to 94.9 million people in 2009. Class D stayed almost the same, and Class E shrunk from 49.3 million people in 2003 to 28.8 million people in 2009. The Zero Hunger program consists of approximately 30 initiatives or projects, and one of them is very important here. It is named Bolsa Família, or Family Grant, and it targets families in poverty with monthly family income per capita up to $80, but demands that the families keep the children on school. In 2010, approximately 13 million families received financial aid, summing more than $5.6 billion of benefits. Nowadays, the program is being enlarged with this plan, Brasil Sem Miséria, and it is intended to Brazilians who live in households whose monthly family per capita income is up to $40. According to the 2010 census of the Brazilian Institute of Geography and Statistics, there are 16.2 million of Brazilians from a total of 191 million people in this situation. The Zero Hunger program and the Family Grant is in fact have demonstrated their benefits. Leonora Moll is a psychologist and social entrepreneur who dedicates her life to foster low-income community development and makes a declaration about it.
As políticas públicas do governo federal desde 2013 vão impactando efetivamente na vida das comunidades de baixa renda, em especial nas comunidades urbanas. E a partir deste momento, elas fizeram uma diferença quando estas famílias elas passaram a ter direito a bens e a ter acesso a bens e serviços que antes elas não tinham. Então, neste momento, elas podem parar de se preocupar com as suas necessidades básicas, como a questão da fome, da questão da sua moradia ou de algumas necessidades imediatas, como a questão de remédios, de medicação, de saúde, para se preocupar, inclusive, em se integrar em uma comunidade na busca do desenvolvimento local. E o governo vem percebendo isso e a cada dia ele possibilita as organizações não governamentais, como no nosso caso em Vitória, em Espírito Santo, ele possibilita que a gente tenha acesso a projetos que efetivamente possam construir o bem dessas famílias.
Okay, within this context, I would like to introduce you a specific initiative dedicated to social innovation, situating you in Vitória, Brazil, southeastern Brazil, which is a very beautiful city, as you can see here, but with extremely contrast as all our country, as you can see here. In this region, in 2003, the non-governmental organization, Apresentação Ateliê de Ideias, started working aimed towards local development. The NGO was founded and is until now managed by Leonora Moll, who already have met. The implementation in 2005 of a community bank named Banco Bem, which is controlled by local residents, was the first main social innovation accomplished. I will show you something about this bank. This is another picture of the community.
Numa comunidade pobre que sofre com a violência e a falta de infraestrutura, não é comum descer pela rua e dar de cara com um banco. Banco tem que ter uma sede segura, com um cofre, carro forte. É verdade. Mas não o Banco Bem. Aqui é bem diferente, o banco fica no meio da comunidade, até se confunde com uma casa de morador. Não tem porta giratória não, olha, é de madeira, fica sempre aberta. São só 4 funcionários e o risco de assalto é nenhum, porque o dono desse banco é o povo daqui. Um banco que espalha o bem, uma moeda social tão forte que mudou até o nome do lugar. A região do Poligonal passou a ser conhecida como Território do Bem.
Eu acho que aumentou a capacidade dessas pessoas de transformar. É isso que aumentou, né? A crença dessas pessoas nela mesma, no outro, na comunidade vizinha que elas antes sequer tinham esse direito de ir e vir, e que o banco propiciou.
During its 5 years of operation, the bank has granted house loans to 135 families, almost 600 people, in values corresponding to $390,000. The second main social innovation accomplished is the Fórum Bem Maior, created in 2006, where community leaders meet to discuss and propose solutions to their own problems, and some pictures of them. During 2007, the forum did a survey all over the region. Its results were the main support for the strategic planning they made in 2008. The strategic plan is, in fact, being used to guide their operations. It is shown here, the brochure. One of the projects started was Ecos do Bem. Ecos do Bem is an environmental educational project that has been capable to involve the community and people from outside on activities to clean the dumps that existed in the areas. You can see here, same places, before and after the residents produced the change in their own region. Another one, place transformed with children playing now in a place that was before a dump. Another community demand made clear inside the forum was the need to improve housing conditions. Answering to it, the bank opened a credit line to construct residences. A project named Programa Bem Morar included credit, technical assistance, and the constructions of houses using clean technology was launched. The clean technologies used were soil cement bricks and low-cost water heating solar panels. To show you the conditions on house changed with this program. The demand for knowledge in civil engineering produced the first project involving the university in 2007. This interaction with this laboratory of materials for construction materials, where the soil cement bricks are tested according to international norms and research, aiming to find out new construction materials using recyclable materials, are in course. Some pictures of this lab. In 2008, the production engineering course was involved in the project, or in this boarding network, to adding knowledge to improve the production process of the soil cement brick factories. And finally, in 2009, Habitat Living Lab has been established to develop eco-friendly social and technological solutions supported by environmental education and popular participation in order to respect local culture and involve the residents in the whole process. I would like to point out that when we talk about housing conditions, we are not referring only to the houses themselves, but also to the access of drinking water, energy, proper disposal and treatment of waste. Nowadays, this is the way we understand our living lab, as a network of actors linked by projects. We have 4 classes of projects: application projects, support projects, research and dissemination projects. Application projects, as you can see in the right side of this figure, is the project that take place in the community. I have already shown some of them: the community bank, the residential construction program, and the environmental educational project. The right part of the figure shows the linkage within the NGO, shown there, with the other actors involved. Within these organizations, you can see public actors such as city halls, private ones like EDP, and I want to point out that the private partners' involvement until now has been done only by private social responsibility. The Atelier today is also linked to the academic actors involved in the Habitat Living Lab, as you can see as LabTAR there, that appear on the left side of the figure. The main links by the residential construction project. We consider that in order to strengthen our living lab, we need to incorporate innovative enterprises to generate technological innovation as new products and processes to be able to disseminate among low-income populations in order to improve their living conditions. The support projects have the purpose of developing information and communication technologies to the Habitat Living Lab. The research projects are being conducted in constructive materials and construction processes, renewable energy, and internet tools mainly. And dissemination projects focuses make on the outside community be aware of our objectives and actions. So, Living Lab Habitat is the system which has a lot of diversified actors like NGOs, academics, enterprises, funding institutions, and the users' communities acting together to form a system. The projects are the main links that keep them together and working according to the overall Living Lab purpose, and communication, cooperation, and tolerance are the key elements to guarantee impacting results. Habitat Living Lab became an annual member in its 4th wave. The motivations to apply to it were mainly the proposed model of work that we considered very appropriate to our purposes. The Living Lab is nowadays spreading in Brazil. As Professor Oliveira have already shown, There are 10 living labs in Brazil nowadays, and we expect the application of 10 more proposals in this 60th wave. The Brazilian meeting of living labs that's going to take place in Vitória next week certainly will contribute to stimulate even more the partnership between us. I want to say thank you to Professor Oliveira, whose support to our work has been fundamental since we met in 2009. And I would like to thank all the living lab members that have been working together and involved in this presentation. And finally, I would like to say that FAPS, that is a local funding institution for research in my own department, made me able to be here today. Living Lab for us is this: cooperation, harmony, integration, growth. Thank you very much.
Are there any questions after these presentations, or shall we move them to after the next session, more involved session?